Yeah, welcome back. Let's look at what was it called? What we have for the new week. Like we all know, this is a new week, and based on what we have in the market over the week, we are going to look at which currency and which currency to look out for as we go into another brand new week. We all know that the market is not predictable to a large extent. But what will guide you into the market is your knowledge, your analysis. I'm not the type that supports people collecting signal from any group, or I believe in freedom, and which is the best I want for you. Getting your own hand on the computer, analyze the market yourself, and make your decision whether it's going to result in loss or profit. The most important thing is you do it yourself. And the more you do it, forget it, the better it becomes. So for this week, we'll be looking at what and what we are to expect. So we are on. Let me swing to okay. Let me continue from here. We have GBP JPY. This happens to be my watch list since uh this happens to be my watch list since last week. This is a daily time frame. I'm expecting this market to form a head for me here before coming down here. So I'm looking at head and shoulder. Now, since it's a daily time frame, we expect this to form in nothing less than 1.5 months. So now, based on this alone, I'm projecting that this market from where it is currently that I expect to come here. So with that alone, I'll be looking at a buy opportunity. Aside that, based on our indicator, that's the moving average, this is my 200 EMA and this is my 50 EMA. Now, with what I have here, I'll be looking at opportunity on the buy because my EMA also shows that the market is still maintaining a buy, So all I need is a buy opportunity here, because you should know that anytime you want to trade, it is strongly advisable that you trade alongside the trend of the market at that particular time. So the trend of this market is a bias on buy. So its bias is buy. So I'll be looking for a buy opportunity even while I wait for this formation to come out. So with this now, uh, I have I have a this consolidation here, because this candles here, it is a daily time frame. So this is about 100 hours within here. So which means if I switch to my 4 hours time frame, you will see the consolidation. You can see. So the market didn't leave this box. You can see it didn't leave. So anytime, any day between tomorrow upward, you can see whether this market want to break down for a pullback before it continue, or it break up then continue to buy as we are expecting it. But with what we have here, see, in forex, you need to have a good eyes. You should be able to scan the market. I'm not looking at 1 hour time frame. I'm looking at daily time frame or 4 hours time frame, especially because of tomorrow. So with what I'm seeing here, this is my 50 EMA on 4 hours time frame, and I see this market retracing. Though with what I have here, it hasn't gotten to this level, which looks like a strong support, a strong resistance. And with what we have here, the market might want to respect this place a lot. But before it will do that, I am looking at this bearish candle approaching our 50 EMA. So my expectation now is this particular region. I expect the bearish market to, come and hit my 20 EMA, then wait for it to give me a bullish candle. So if I see a bullish candle, because I am on a buy bias, so this sell is temporary, which I am not interested in. So all I need to do is wait for it to come, and like we all know that trading has so many conditions to meet. Since it's a buy trend and I use my EMA indicator as a form of entry level, so my EMA is acting as my support. So if you look at here, support, it buy, support, it buy, support, it buy, support, it buy, support, it buy. So I'm expecting to come to this area. So from here, when it come close to my EMA here, ahead of tomorrow, I will place a buy. Or better still, I can put a buy order. If it trigger it, I can put a buy order here, somewhere around here. So if it come to this place, by the time it come close to this place, I doubt it might, unless if it broke this particular EMA, which is going to serve most likely as fake out, then it will trigger it here and continue to buy. But better still, because what I'm looking at is when this candle is going to touch my EMA. So as a result of that, remember, the candle will be trying to move down and my EMA will be trying to move up. So because of that, where I put this price level, the EMA might not come down here. So my candle too might not get to this stage. So it might not trigger it here. So as a result of that, I'm going to like avoid this wick and move it up. So somewhere around there. I know that it will be very difficult for the candle not to trigger this price here and go. And if I don't want to do that, I'll just bother not to place a buy order, but wait until I see a clear road, then I place my buy. This is my bias on GBP JPY for next week, starting from tomorrow. So I'm going back to my daily time frame. Going back to my daily time frame. So with what we have here, going to Euro GBP. Euro GBP, my chart here also on a daily time frame is giving me a sell bias. If you look at it very well, so this one is outdated. This is outdated, though it's pointing at sell, but it's outdated. So now what we have here, you are looking at this area. Now we have like a minor triple top in form of cup. We have a minor triple top in form of cup around there. Look at it. In form of cup. So with what we have here, it looks like a triple top which broke this neckline, and returned for a pullback. And this pullback happened. You can see that's when you are using your indicator, your moving average as an entry opportunity or as a support and resistance. So it's what you have here. The market formed like a minor three put top here, and you sell until you broke this zone down to this place. So from here now, it pull back and test my indicator as a form of resistance now, then continue to sell. So with what we have here now, this shows that sellers are in control. So, and I'm on a daily time frame, which means I expect more of sell, which I expect at least at first market should sell down to this area, then target this level, then target this level. But before it break every of this level, there will be a sell pullback, a sell pullback, because the market will always encounter obstacle on the road. You understand? Always encounter obstacle on the road, and so each time it encounter obstacle on the road, it will want to pull back as a form of correction. So when it's doing the correction, then you will realize that it's trying to the EMA, the EMA will be trying to it will be trying to test our moving average. We're trying to test our moving average. So we're trying to test our moving average. So when it pull back and touch the indicator itself, touch the indicator itself, tells me itself. So technically we have a minor triple top here, and so with this you can see that the last so there was a pullback. The last buy was a pullback, and from here, even if you break it further, it looks like a triple top again. If we should go to, let's say, a 1 hour time frame, look at it. You see the line? You see it? So from what you see here, you can see that it was all a pullback, and when you look at it here, we still have our 50 EMA below and our 200 EMA above, even on 1 hour time frame. And The market currently shows that it's on a pullback. So I'll be watching it when it gets across this my 50 EMA. Then I'll look for a sell opportunity, then place my sell. You can see that's even on 1 hour time frame. So which means this market is done. So many conditions have been met, and all you need is entry opportunity. Look for your entry opportunity and enter. The bias is so clear, it's a sell. The bias is so clear, it's a sell. So that is for Euro GBP. Uh, that's for Euro GBP. So I move to I move to Euro USD. Euro USD is still on a sell bias. This is one daily time frame. We broken this last week, not even last week. This is daily. That's about 3 weeks ago. So it pull back and continue, pull back and continue. So based on the current situation of dollar index, so I'm expecting euro to come to somewhere around there, and my bias is a buy. So with this now, all I need to do is to go on a lower time frame to see clearly where do I have an entry opportunity. An entry opportunity already waiting for me here. From here now, I already have an inside bar. So with my inside bar here, I expect a buy continuation. The 50 EMA already meets with my, what's it called, my candle. So which means what I'm looking for Euro USD, I've seen it. So in this case here, already have a buy opportunity. All I need to wait for is market to open to set my buy somewhere around here, then put my take profit. My stop loss will be below this channel. Now, looking at what I have here, depends on your account size, but based on the number of pips, someone like me, I don't always like to sacrifice more than 50 pips. So most times I use 30 pips and above, but the max I use is 50 pips. So what am I looking at here? So if I'm to check this out, I'll be making use of 30 pips here, and what would that be? That will give me, if I'm looking for 30 pips from here, that's this 8, this 8. If I put 10 there, 3 there, if I put 2, that will be 9. So okay, I'm coming down. So if I remove 2, that will be 5, 8. 5, 8 be 20 pips. 4, 8, 4 8 will be 30 pips. So which is okay. But if I want to use 50 pips, then I will go to 2. So which is exactly where it is, 50 pips. And if you look at it, the reward, the risk to reward ratio is 1.4. So with this, I can, because I don't like being greedy. I don't like being greedy. Let me see 1 hour time frame. That's that is the least. That is the least because uh even looking at our okay Fibonacci here will not give me 50%. It won't give me 50%. So that's basically using the candle chart pattern and my indicator because bias always already give us what we are looking for. So with this, we are looking at this. Meanwhile, for the week, you can see that the target is somewhere around there, which means you can have these two. I'm bringing it below this shadow. So in case the market swing and spike, in case the market spike, so that's why I'm bringing it down here and my profits somewhere around there. So which makes my ratio to be 1 to 1.5. That's 1 to 1.5. So that is it for Euro USD based on bias. So now above all this, so you are still expected to trade reasonably. Use a lot size that suit your account and don't be too greedy in terms of profit. There is so many things, so many market opportunity, so many entry opportunities in the market. So you should not forget that. So you have uh, USD chef. Currently, I don't have much here. Based on price action, I expect a buy here. I expect a buy here based on price action. Now, I already have a bullish candle here forming. Meanwhile, uh, the assurance of buy is not really certain because of dollar index one. Two, because of the bias of the market is a sell bias. So it will be difficult a little for this market to buy. So if you see any buy here, it's a form of pullback. It needs to be a form of pullback, which you can make use of it as an entry opportunity. So that's what you have here. So when it when it touches your moving average here, so you look for a sell opportunity, then you sell. Look for a sell opportunity, then you sell. So it is very simple to pick a trade when you understand all this. So you can see. So it shows that GBP USD is a buy from the bias itself, from the bias alone already show. Can you see? The bias alone already show. Here is my indicator. It's on a buy. This is my 50 EMA. And looking at 4 hours time frame, you can see. So when it pull back to this side, I look for opportunities. So there are so many currency pair you can trade, but depends on which one you have mastered. You understand? So let me go to gold. Let me go to gold. So we have gold here. So this was my last analysis on gold before I travel. So I actually buy gold. I buy gold and let me go to 1 hour time frame for you to see what happened to gold. Yeah, this was this was where I enter my trade. Wow, this was where I enter my trade on Friday. On Friday. So what this blue arrow indicates is that I said the market should come down, trigger my buy here, then continue to buy, which was exactly what happened. Though as at when I did this analysis was on Thursday evening before I sleep. So I didn't place any order. I went to bed like that. So by the time I wake up in the morning, it already sold down here, and at this level, that's 1870.33. It's actually come to where I place this uh tools that shows my target and my risk. So it triggered it, and it was around there. No, got into this place, then come to this place, that's 1873. So no, got into 1876. So I placed my buy in 1876, but I still choose, because I'm embarking on a journey, so I use a good lot size and a good stop loss, a good profit. So this was actually the profit I targeted. I targeted 105, I think 105 or 110 pips, because gold is very, very volatile. I targeted 110 pips, and I used, I think, 70 pips, because I tried to look for for a safe haven. I was so optimistic on the buy, and then one situation whereby the market spike, and within a short period of time hit my stop loss. So I've zeroed my mind to, place the trade, since I will not have access to check it time to time. So whatever that happens, happens. So I put the stop loss, even though the stop loss was beyond my normal stop loss target. Usually I use 30 to 50, but I understand the nature of gold. Gold is highly volatile. So within a few period, gold can take away 50 pips. So using 100 pips or 70 pips for me with a 1:1 target, I know is a good deal for me if it plays out. And if it doesn't, then I move on. Already set my calculation, and I've used what I can afford to lose. So what am I saying? So I enter the market here, and you can see. So the market just hit the take profit, then boom, it reverse. So look at it after it has sold. So that's the reason why it's good to go into the market with targets. It gave me my profit. I left the market, and immediately the market returned back. It returned. I can't imagine that I did not use my take profit command. I'll be blaming myself, regretting that action. I'll be saying that I didn't follow the rules, I didn't follow instruction, and start blaming myself. So if I set my take profit and it didn't hit my take profit and it reversed, then I will not blame myself. I will not have done the right thing that every trader needs to do before going into the market. So that is it. So you can look for trade opportunities, and so for next week, I'm going to close this. This is expire. For next week, that's this Monday, we are still looking at our daily time frame. What is gold telling us? Now, look at what is happening here. My two indicator is about crossing. Guys, if you are trading gold this week, be careful. You see my two indicator crossing. So with this now, when two indicator, that my moving average, are crossing, for them to be crossing, look at what happened here. When the 200 EMA goes up and the 50 EMA comes down, you see the sell. So with the sell now, let me say this about gold. Gold is highly volatile, and what makes it volatile is people, trader, you and I. We are so many on gold. All of us want to trade gold. So that's the reason why, if you are trading gold, you have to be extra careful. As in, have 90% calmness and use the remaining 10%. Use 5 to do your analysis and use 5 to place your trade. You use the 90 minutes, 90% to watch the trade, to watch the entire market, because gold is very, very volatile, and there are so many people on it. This analysis, this observation I see on this now is showing that gold is preparing to change direction, so from the bullish to bearish, but that might not happen immediately. It might not happen in the next 1 week that we are even going into. So which means for this week it can still maintain this buy. So as a result of that, currently, if you are to look at our indicator, it's still giving us a buy bias. So which means we should still look for a buy opportunity on gold. You understand? You should look for a buy opportunity on gold. But with the help of fundamental, that's the news over the week, we will know whether gold is actually preparing to change direction. And if that is going to happen, it's going to have effect on GBP USD and Euro USD also, because all these pairs have some things in common. Just that gold is exceptional. So you you respect gold for its nature, and you'll be fine. You understand? So that is all. So I wish you a successful trade ahead of the new week. Bye bye.